I'm someone with a lot of goals, interests, and ideas. And I find that I have a hard time making time for everything because ideally I would spend my entire day doing a little bit of each thing I need to do. And once I decided for whatever reason to start consistently posting on Instagram, my productivity faults became glaringly obvious. But the good thing about your faults becoming obvious is that it's easier to target and fix. So I'm here to tell you, you're not lazy, you're not dumb, you're just overwhelmed. In case you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Coven. I'm a producer, director, and writer at Honeyshock Pictures, and we are a boutique production company that creates both narrative and commercial projects. If you'd like to learn more, I'll put a link to our website in the description. I have a full-time job, a side hustle, and a production company to run, so it's easy to say that I've got a full plate. But they're all things that I enjoy doing, and there's no sacrificing one for the other. And something I did to increase my productivity was change my mindset. I know this is the most basic concept, but stick with me. I used to be a big procrastinator, and there are times I still am. When I see something big on my to-do list, I'm like, oh, let's get that one done tomorrow. But you need to stop that. Because as a procrastinator and as someone who's seen my friends procrastinate, I've noticed this one thing. It's oftentimes that the goal itself is what stops us from starting. Because we build it up so much in our heads and make this mountain out of a molehill. But the thing is, that's not always the case. It is sometimes, because sometimes we got some big things to do, some big girl things to accomplish. But not every task is a mountain. Now, I'm a little delusional, so I wholeheartedly believe that I can complete any goal that comes my way as long as I have the right resources to help me. You don't gotta be like that. And honestly, it's hard because anytime I see something that's difficult, I'm like, no, we're doing this because we can. You don't have to be that all or nothing to get things done, but you can. It just takes some time. To get there, I think it's easier said than done, but at first, you need to give yourself small victories. And I like to do this every now and then. I'm not acting like I'm perfect. I decided to shoot this video in my room with this project I have not finished. You probably can't see it behind me, but I have these scribbles all over my wall that I'm supposed to paint. I don't get everything done because once I get my room done, that's a big victory. And I'm not gonna put that at the top of my day when I wake up at 7:30 and I'm like, well, get her done. I start small. First thing I do every morning, check my emails. Cross that off my to-do list. That's a small victory. It's something I can get done like that gives me that little boost of confidence that I can take with me for the rest of my day. I love this one. I think another mindset shift occurred in me once I realized that everything around us, that everything we see was once an idea in someone's head, except for natural things like birds and trees. I'm talking about houses, cars, anything technical. They were all ideas in someone's head. We're a lot closer to greatness than we think we are because we're starting where everyone great started. People didn't come out and just say, okay, boom, here's the airplane. They thought about it. They tried and failed. And now we fly places in a couple hours. I hope that's something people keep in mind when they have bigger goals because we all started with an idea in our head. It's just a matter of getting that idea out into the world. Which brings me back to my original point. You're not dumb, you're just overwhelmed. So when we talk about bringing ideas into reality, I like to work backwards because it's the only way that makes sense to me. I like to think, what outcome do I want? If it's money, how much money do I want to make from this task? If it's something like a fitness goal or something more physical, how do I want to feel or what do I want to see when I'm done? Once you have that goal, remind yourself, often, goals are something so intimate and personal, and then a few things happen, you gotta do a couple chores, run an errand, grab a soda, you forget. It's the weirdest thing, but you do. And if you're anything like me, you forget to take care of yourself because you're running around doing everything else. Maybe it's for others, maybe it's for your job, maybe it's for films. And so you don't lose yourself in that. Write down your goals. Do whatever you need to do to remind yourself that that's what you want out of your life, which is why you're not lazy. You're burnt out. So once you break those mountains into molehills, now you gotta start digging, or whatever it is people do when they approach molehills. Now you gotta turn into a mole. Get to work, buddy. Once you've broken down those big goals into little tasks, you slowly layer things on and you prioritize by your energy level, because that is the only way you're gonna get things done. Where I see a lot of people, including myself, fail sometimes is we get so excited about our goals, we wanna start doing everything now. Slow down, Tiger. That's not how things work. I'm sure doing everything all at once goes great for some people, but most people are used to living a certain way. And if you're used to living your life like A, and then you suddenly shift everything over to B, it's gonna feel unnatural and you're gonna be in this constant fight of wanting to live your life like A again. So instead, I like to live my life like A, sprinkle in a little B over time, and then one day you wake up and your life's like B, and you start doing things that you were not doing 6 months ago, but now you're getting up and your day feels weird if you're not doing it. It's when you actually adopt the things you want to do instead of babysitting them for a little bit. So start small until those little habits start feeling natural. And after you've started adding those little habits on, whether it's writing a page a day, drawing something a day, going for a walk once a day, then you start to prioritize. And once I learned this, it changed how I created stuff. You just have to figure out what's important to you in this season. I don't remember what newsletter I read this from, but there was this part that said, if you could only do one thing to progress your business this week, what would it be? And that question changed the way I thought about all the work I was doing. It just made me realize that I need to be prioritizing my tasks based on their urgency. Ever since I've started asking myself, what do I actually need to get done for my business today? It's changed the way I think about the work I have to do, because I still have to do the same amount of work. I just don't feel that same stress as though every single task is knocking on the door waiting for me to get done right now. Becoming more cognizant of my priorities has definitely helped me become more productive. Because when you're busy trying to be everything for everyone and do everything, you can't give those tasks your best effort. All you can give them is your bare minimum. And at that point, why are you even doing it? So when you combine prioritizing your tasks by what needs to be done and then organize them by your energy level, you're set. I'm not gonna claim that this has kept me from burning out ever, because we still need to take breaks. That one's for myself. But it helps listening to your body and being mindful of how you move for yourself and for others. Those are just a few changes I made that helped me have a better work-life balance. The way I see it is we don't become more productive to work more. We're not workhorses. We become more productive to finish our work and then have our time to relax. So go relax. If you like this video, like it. And if you didn't, why are you still watching? It's making me uncomfortable. Coming out with me on my socials, and honeyshock also has an Instagram, so if you're interested in checking those out, everything will be in the description. Bye. Don't forget to learn how to ask for help. I'm still learning. That's the only task that I'm like, ooh, can I do that one? I don't know. I don't think so.